Hi, and welcome to another episode of Bleckmann's Beyond Threats podcast. Today is the second episode of the conversation that we're having with the brand called Wolk Antwerp. And for that, I'm today again joined by our lovely guests.
Hi, Erik.
Hi, Erik. Welcome.
Yeah.
So last time, Joris and Elle already introduced themselves, their company as well. Can you please do us the same favor?
Yeah, of course. So my name is Maxim Sion. I'm working 2 years for Bleckmann now.
Yep.
As you said, in the business development department and sales. I was asked to join the team to give me my background experience a little bit because before I had a fashion company for 9 years.
Yeah.
I started up during my high school period. So we started with like selling bracelets in that time and to retail stores. We moved up in that company in 1 year to 50 retail stores.
Wow.
Yeah, out of that moment we tried to launch a few t-shirts, and from that point the brand was starting a little bit step by step. In the first years we did our logistics ourselves at that moment. In 2016
What's the brand's name?
Black and Gold. I didn't
Yeah,
tell it.
No, but that
Okay.
sure makes sense.
Okay.
Continue.
So in 2016, we decided to move our logistics out. So we checked on the market which players, different logistic companies were like specialized in fashion. I had at that moment contact with Bleckmann, and we did a tryout in 2017, I think. At that time, it was more easy as smaller company to join Bleckmann, because it was at that moment also a more small company.
Yeah.
Today that's more difficult, and from that angle my experience is coming in the Bleckmann team to create a solution for smaller brands. So we built Bscale out of that ID, and that's going live in January.
Yeah.
Next year.
And can you explain for the listeners? Of course, you and I, we have lived and breathed it for several quarters now. But what is Bscale? Why is it so important for us, but also for smaller, emerging, and medium-sized brands?
Yeah.
And what's the distinct difference between Bscale and, let's say, the traditional Bleckmann services?
Yeah. So in the traditional Bleckmann service, of course, we are adapting ourselves to the client. So
Yes.
that's like our standard process. An onboarding of a standard client is very intensive for our teams. So it's with a lot of people interacting, and it's costly. And that's the reason why smaller clients were not able to join Bleckmann before.
Yeah.
So what we created, it's a platform, an online tool where people can just self-onboard themselves with connecting their Shopify easily to Bscale, and they are integrated in the Bleckmann environment very quickly.
Right.
So all the pressure on our internal resources are gone with this solution. So everybody's getting more happy to receive a smaller client. So that's really good, and boosting also, like the site managers and the operational people to, be happy to welcome a new brand.
Yeah.
At the same time, we also trying with the Bscale dashboard to have a solution ready for clients, to have like a dashboarding, analytics, an order overview, easy return overview, and a return page. So that everything what they need to make their customers happy is included in the package.
Right.
And the biggest difference for me between like the standard way what we're doing and with Bscale, it's that in Bscale we use more like a generic way of working.
Yeah.
So we are using more an automated storage system in the warehouse with a standard box with later on possibility to have like personalization on it, like a printed flyer or a box print. And that's like the way how we are going to proceed for the startups to mid-sized companies.
Yeah. So summarizing, traditional Bscale is proficient in making bespoke solutions. However, that generates a high level of additional costs in developments, integrations, onboarding, etc. Whereas Bscale is much more founded on standardization, automation,
Indeed.
and therefore allowing brands to benefit from each other, the buying power, etc.
Yes, and also to bring all the separate services that Bleckmann has in one channel.
Under one roof.
Under one roof.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
Because today, like a bigger client, they need to have like separate services agreements. They need to connect their systems to it to use it. And with Bscale, we just try to have like a modular plug-and-play system.
Very good. Very good. Okay. Thank you. Okay. So, Alan, Joris, continuing the conversation that we had in episode 1, you explained to us why Wolk Antwerp, what you have encountered in your path to your current success. And this second episode is much more around what are you seeing these days, and what triggers you to reach out to Maxim and see if we can add value.
Yeah. Hiya. We are at this point at the moment. So in the previous episode, for those who listened, they know that we did all the fulfillment ourselves. Up till now was something that we didn't really want to do in the beginning, and then didn't want to give it out of hands anymore. Because we learned that our customers really liked the personal contact we had. We sent little notes and we contact them by email, and from all the reviews we get, maybe 1 in 5 reviews really mentions the good support they got. So then we got afraid to give it out of hands.
That makes sense.
And we thought that the way we were doing things was the best way ever, and there's nothing that's going to match it. But then it just gets too much, you can't keep on doing it yourself. So we looked at having externals coming in the company to do it in-house. And then at the end, we realized that basically specialized 3PL partner would be the way to go. How we ended up with Bleckmann, was that the question, right?
Yeah.
So we did... Bleckmann was actually already on the list as the only one because of an article I once read, an interview with Essentiel about their logistics, and I thought, okay, this is really interesting because we need someone who is specialized in fashion. We were worried about handling of the products, the returns, ironing, steaming, getting everything back in shape for resale. So I saved the article somewhere, and then of course you always do you want to benchmark. So I had an online search, contacted 4 companies. Basically, it's mostly online sheets you have to fill in, and then you get some questions back and emails. But we got a phone call also from Maxim, which was a surprise because we had met Maxim already on a fashion event.
Correct.
And was surprised that Maxim was inside Bleckmann, the fulfillment partner. But on the other hand, it was really assuring because we had like one of us inside the logistics partner. He also ran a fashion company, he's a founder, he knows what struggles we have. So it was a really easy conversation for us. And we had to feel, so we had some calls. Then we visited Grobendonk. We saw the site.
Yeah, that was really impressive.
Yeah. Wasn't active yet at that time, but we saw the setup and the whole system.
I think it was also on the right time that we met because we are creating a system to have like smaller startup clients to mid-sized companies possible, because before it was like not possible at Bleckmann.
No.
So in that way, it was really the right time to meet each other. And the visit was really nice.
Yeah, it was really nice. So I remember that we were driving up the roads to Grobendonk to the logistic to the warehouse, and we were like, oh my God, it's so long. It's about 1 kilometer or something. Really impressive. And then all the security to get in, and we were like, wow. and we can work with them. So we were feeling special.
Well, you
Yeah.
you can't imagine how proud that makes me.
Yeah.
So on one hand, you start talking to us or with us based on the fact that, we have the qualifications. You know we can do it. But you continue to talk because you like what we're saying. And you like how we approach and what we're doing.
Yeah.
So without trying to blow our own horn too much, that makes me really proud. Also because we are still flexible enough to adapt, and overcome. So previously we were the world champion in making bespoke solutions for large enterprises. So on one hand, that means that those companies get exactly what they ask for, and we fully support their approach to their customers, their message and product. But on the other hand, that also spells high level of cost associated with integrating realization of a project, which means that the threshold is very high for companies like yourself to start with us. And previously, I had the same idea, but I didn't have the readily available knowledge, which Maxim clearly does have, to come up with something like Bscale. Removing the threshold, making it easier for companies like yourself to work with us, and more or less benefit from all the learning curves and all the investment we have done, and ride the wave of our success together. That's unbelievable. That's the win-win-win that I'm working at Bleckmann for.
That was also kind of the mindset how we did the visit.
Yeah.
We're very proud of how we pack things. We think it's really nice, but we really wanted to enter like with an empty page and have a look at, how would you propose? You do it for so many different brands.
Yeah.
You explained us that you wanted a standardized system to keep the costs low. So for all the scale-ups to be in the same system and have a similar way of handling packages. And we really wanted to take that step back from all our specifications maybe, and then see, what if it was the complete standard system?
Yeah.
How would that come out? Because, what's most efficient. But then, we saw here and there, that's maybe not for us.
Yeah.
Like, for example, with the polybags.
Yeah.
We're a high-end brand. We understand that it's really efficient to take just the packages out or like the products out of the box and ship it like this.
Yes.
When I order a package from Nike, it also arrives in the poly bag.
Of course.
No problem. But for us, that didn't match the brand.
No.
But then you were also really quick to say, I'll just put this topic in the system and see with management what we can do. And I think 2 weeks or something.
No,
and
not
then,
even. I think we got a phone call the other day. Yeah, well, I talked about it, and we can fix it. So we were really surprised. Was really nice that we felt listened to, and that's really really valuable for us.
No, that's exactly what I meant, because the unboxing experience of your customers is way too important. So that would indeed be a showstopper.
Yeah, definitely.
If that wouldn't be able. And Maxim, kudos for taking up the glove and getting that discussed, solved, and embedded in the process.
Also because he knows it's important. He has his own brand, so
I think also in a way the biggest difference between like the normal operations we do as Bleckmann and Bscale is in Bscale we try to support the brand, like what's like the most logical way to have barcodes, for example, on a package, than even like on the unboxing experience, what's possible to do, because that's also really important. Like the cell paper wrap, we didn't have it first, but for a brand like with a selling price like you have, you need to have like a silk paper wrap to give that experience back. And we are like a fashion expert, logistic company, so it's important that we have in the process like a silk paper wrap.
Yeah, of course.
So in that way, it's like the logical next step.
And indeed, as you say, it's for us. You feel quite approachable. Like we never had barcodes. We never needed it.
No,
we handle everything
because
ourselves.
you know your own product.
Yeah.
But you were able to send me over some files like, okay, this is quite standard. You can make your barcodes. with GS1, here's the way to do it. This is how we, or most of the brands, label their packages where it's supposed to be. So with another partner, if there wouldn't have been this, I don't know, the connection or the personal contact, I would have spent probably 2-3 days figuring it out and not being sure if it was the right way, because maybe I would be afraid to ask it. I don't know.
Yeah.
But so that's really helped.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Yeah.
So can we say that it helped you conclude that you could outsource your business in such a way that you will not lose your own entity, and you will not lose, I don't know, the efficiency in getting your brand across in the way that you want?
Yeah, I think so. It's like Joris said, in our mind, it was like that, but we are open for suggestions from your side. We will also think about more digital approach. Every problem, there is a solution. So it's good for us as well to take that step back and to see how we can evolve together with you. And we're looking forward because, it's fresh. So we will tackle a lot of hurdles probably in the coming months, but we're confident that everything will run smoothly, definitely.
It's also a shift a little bit.
Yeah.
Like now it's experience is more like physical, and now it will be a little bit more digital.
But that's not bad thing.
But in a way, you have still the self paper wrap, you have a flyer, so you have still enough to make it personalized.
Yeah, and the digital way isn't necessarily bad. Like right now, the package comes with a card with care instructions and a little bit more information about the benefits of merino wool. And on the backside, we write a personal note. We also know the customers, or we see in Shopify how many orders, and we say, hey, nice to see you back. But then it's only when you start the onboarding process that you start thinking about other solutions.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to be a different card for everyone. It can be one standardized card, and the message can come by email. It can be a really nice message in the inbox, because all the emails you get are so either salesy or it's an overload. But if there's a message
personalized,
thanking for the second order or the third order, it can be even automated. People will know. So right now it feels like, hey, good. It's because that's with packing. The most annoying thing is writing all the notes.
And then making a mistake, you have to throw it away. Another one.
Actually, we feel good now that we found that solution by the little push we got.
I think it's also preparation for your company to scalability. Because otherwise it's impossible to scale up over time.
We know,
So
we definitely want to scale.
Of course.
So right now you are, laying the foundation to be able to scale and benefit from all that the partnership can generate together. But what's on the horizon? What's next? So when you have completed your outsourcing, so to speak, what's next? New markets?
Definitely. America is one of our biggest ambitions. We are already there. We're shipping there. We have customers buying from us. Even though the prices for them are higher than here in Europe, the shipping costs are higher, return costs are higher. But they keep on buying with us, and we know that there are a lot of opportunities there. Because of that, they find us, even though they have to pay a lot. So we feel that with Bleckmann, we might enter US even easier and have an easier return and shipping policy over there. So let's do it. I cannot wait to open up that market, definitely. And then next to that,
maybe it's important to specify why the prices are higher.
Customs,
Basically, we could put the prices lower because there's less taxes over there. But we build kind of a wall for them because we still struggle with returns from the US. You know, when it comes back, the import taxes are sometimes ridiculous, and we haven't really figured out that question yet. But we're planning to figure it out together with you guys. And then we can even lower our prices in the US or keep them stable. I heard you guys have a warehouse. We are looking at solutions so we can have kind of a flexible setup there.
I'm pretty sure it won't come as a surprise anymore because you know us by now. but we need to talk.
Yeah,
So there's no
definitely.
reason to bring your products back to the EU again with all additional and
Costs,
ludicrous costs, driving your margins way down. No, let's team up after the podcast, and we'll find a solution on that as well.
Yeah.
Most definitely. And what's in store for Bscale?
For Bscale, we are starting in January. So in Grobbendonk, Antwerp. That will be the first country to open. And then next to that, we will open next year in UK and US, probably.
Yep.
So that will be a chance, of course, for Wolk Antwerp to start a warehouse in the US and to have a solution for the returns. And next to that, we are like building bridges also to marketplaces, to support brands, even if they have like overstocks, that we have like partners in our network to support them, to sell out the goods and growing together. That's the most important.
Yeah, the together part I like most about the strategies and the methodologies that we use at Bleckmann. Yeah, again, tooting my own horn, but I truly love it. I truly love it. Okay, any afterburners or questions from your side?
Questions?
No,
No,
not
really,
questions,
no?
but it's just well, we were surprised that a fulfillment partner is also offering other kind of services more than that. So it's not just sending packages. We were surprised. So we are very happy, and we're feeling very lucky to work with you guys. Cannot wait to start, actually.
Well, thank you.
Thanks.
Brought also things on our horizon which we weren't focusing at, like
also,
the marketplaces you're mentioning. We were not focused on opening those marketplaces, and it looks very time intensive. And then, are you advertising right on those? How are you going to evaluate that?
Yeah.
So it's really nice that you guys approach us and say like, hey, this is also an option, and we are specialized in it. You can basically try marketplaces risk-free. So
to feel the market,
like you were saying, we didn't expect that. It's like we were going to deliver our stock, and you will send the package, and that was the end of the relationship in our mind.
And I think in Bscale, that's also the difference. Like normally 3PL or a logistic partner is like delivering boxes and sending out pick-pack. But with Bscale, we want to like supporting brands, like with partnerships, like with outlet platforms and also marketplaces, and then even like kind of round tables with all the brands together, sit together, find solutions for like typical subjects.
Yeah.
And I think that's really important.
Somewhat of a community.
Yes.
Somewhat of a community behind Bscale users and
That's
smaller
also
brands.
And we can just try to keep growing together.
Yeah, that's an enormous value also. I think that you've got this asset with all fashion companies in similar stage, because we've got also a network, and there's a lot of places where you meet fashion startups, but most of them are really still very mature. And we have been looking quite a while to find the right network, to find companies at a similar stage, to learn from each other, same challenges. So we would be really interested to
sit together
with some of the other brands in your
Well, it's another good example of the tools and the events which people like Maxim, myself, marketing team are working very hard to provide those tools to brands like yourself. And our ultimate goal is to have a compelling and a complete package of those type of tools and processes and solutions. To be able to be a value-adding partner, not only for your physical supply chain, but also for your digital supply chain. So connect you to those marketplaces, connect you to those retail experts, et cetera. So again, great to hear that you already picked up on that, and that is now part of your 1 to 5 year plan. Very good. Very good. Well, and in case you have questions, of course, where can the listeners, viewers of the podcast reach you?
Most of it goes through either our socials or our web shop, which is wolkantwerp.com. And then you can easily reach us by email or just send us something through Instagram, and we'll reply. Good.
For Maxime and myself, of course, you can always reach us through our own website or look us up on LinkedIn. So for now, I would like to thank you very much for being here, not 1, but 2 episodes. And I think it was a very good discussion. Looking forward to seeing the updates on the start of Bscale together with you. And can't wait to have a first pint on the success together.
Right.
Yeah, same for us.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And thank you very much for joining us today again for episode 2. And I hope to see you soon in the future for the next one. Make sure to subscribe so you get a reminder of joining us again. See you soon.